In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a Shopify store that's optimized for mobile so you don't lose sales just because your site feels clunky on the phone. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and the truth is most people build their stores on their desktop, preview it once, and then assume it will magically work on mobile, but that's usually not what happens. More than 70% of e-commerce traffic now comes from mobile devices. That means most people are seeing your store for the first time on their phone, not their laptop. If your site loads slowly, looks messy, or feels hard to use with one hand, people are going to leave before they even reach the checkout. So we're going to talk about how to think about mobile design the right way. We'll talk about themes, layout, product pages, navigations, and checkout, all from mobile first perspective. Let's get into it. So this video is about building and optimizing a Shopify store with mobile users in mind. It's not about branding, colors, or making your site look pretty. It's about usability. A mobile optimized Shopify store is one that loads fast, feels clean, and makes it easier for someone to go from landing on your site to placing an order without any friction. Mobile optimization means designing for thumbs, small screens, short attention spans, and fast decisions. It means simplifying instead of adding more. It means guiding people instead of overwhelming them. Shopify already gives you a strong foundation for mobile design. Most modern Shopify themes are responsive by default, meaning they adjust to different screen sizes automatically, but responsive doesn't always mean optimized, and that's where most store owners can go wrong. Let's talk about some key elements of a mobile optimized Shopify store. So the first is a clear header and a simple menu. On mobile, less is more. Your logo should be easy to see, your menu should be short, and your cart should be accessible at all times. A sticky header helps a lot here because it lets shoppers reach the menu or cart without scrolling all the way back. The next element is a strong hero section. On mobile, this is often the first thing people see. You want one vertical image that loads quickly and clearly communicates what your store sells. Pair that with a short headline, one or two lines of supporting text, and a clear call to action button that's easy to tap. Your product grid also matters. On mobile, 2 products per row usually works best. More than that feels cramped and hard to scan. Product names, prices, and buttons should all be readable without zooming in. Social proof is another key element. Mobile shoppers move fast and want reassurance quickly. Showing a few reviews or testimonials near the top of your homepage or product page is going to help build trust without forcing people to scroll on forever. Buttons and links need to be thumb friendly. That means large enough to tap comfortably and spaced far enough apart so people don't hit the wrong thing by accident. And finally, page speed is critical. Large images, autoplay videos, and unnecessary effects can slow things down. Mobile users are much less patient than desktop users, so clean and fast always wins. Okay, now let's go ahead and hop into Shopify so we can go through this step by step. So what you want to do first is get signed up with the free trial. If you don't already have Shopify, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below, so you can just go ahead and enter in your email and create a password. Once you have answered a couple questions, this is what the homepage looks like. So step number 1 is you need to choose a mobile friendly theme. Start with a theme from the Shopify theme store that's modern and responsive. So free themes like Dawn, Horizon, Sense, and Craft are all built with mobile in mind and works well for most stores. Avoid older themes or themes that rely heavily on sliders, animations, or complex layouts. These often look fine on desktop but feel awkward on mobile. Before committing to a theme, just open the demo and scroll through it on your phone to really decide and see what it feels like as a real shopper. Pay attention to spacing, text size, and how easy it feels to tap buttons. A good mobile theme should feel natural to scroll through and not like you're fighting the layout. Okay, so to edit theme, you can either click here, you can import a theme from here. So this is where you can visit the theme store, you can connect from GitHub, or even upload a zip file. Now we're going to go ahead and go into the editor. As you can see, this is on desktop. We're just going to go ahead and click in this top right to go ahead and switch to the mobile view. And that brings us to step number 2, which is to customize your header for mobile. So now that you've chosen a theme, now it's time to talk about the header, because this is one of the most important areas for mobile usability. You want to make sure your logo is sized correctly. It shouldn't be tiny, but it also shouldn't push everything else down on the page. Keep your navigation simple. 3 to 4 menu items is usually enough for most stores. You want to enable a sticky header, just like this one already has. So as they scroll, everyone has access to the navigation menu in their cart. Again, this is just going to make it easier for shoppers to move around your site and check out when they're ready. If your theme includes a search icon, make sure it's easy to find and not hidden behind multiple tabs. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the header up here. We've got our logo would be right here. So obviously we would actually add it, but that's a good size. It really matches with everything. We've got our header, which looks great on mobile. We've got our sticky header. So again, as we scroll, you can still see all of this up here. Okay, so everything looks good. Step number 3 is to build a scrollable homepage experience. So it should really feel like a guided scroll, not just a wall of content. Think of it as telling a short story as someone scrolls down. A simple mobile-friendly homepage structure looks like this. Start with your hero section and one clear call to action, then follow that with a featured product or collection so people can start shopping right away. Okay, so we even have that. We've got our immediate hero, we've got our products. Then you can add reviews or testimonials to build trust. After that, show categories or collections if you have them, and then end with a final call to action. Avoid sliders and carousels. They usually don't perform well on mobile and often can get skipped. One strong image and clear message works best. Each section should also have enough spacing so it doesn't feel crowded, but not so much that users have to scroll forever to find products. I'm going to generate a testimonial section, and then we'll just actually let it generate, which is cool. You can of course add blocks in here, but why not use AI when it's there? Step number 4 is to optimize your product pages for mobile. So product pages are where mobile optimization really matter. This is where people decide whether to buy or leave. So use large vertical product images that fill the screen naturally. Include a mix of product only shots and lifestyle images that show the product in use. This helps people understand scale and context. Keep product titles short and easy to read, and make sure price information is clear and visible without scrolling. Instead of long paragraphs, use short bullet style points to highlight benefits or key details. Mobile users scan more than they actually read. You'll of course want to have that sticky add to cart button so shoppers don't have to scroll back up after reading reviews or descriptions. Reviews should also be easy to find, so place them near the top of the product page, not buried at the bottom. This is going to help build trust quickly. Step number 5 is to simplify navigation and collection. So on mobile, navigation should feel obvious and lightweight. Avoid deep menus with lots of subcategories if possible. Group products into clear collections and use simple naming. If someone can't figure out where to tap within a few seconds, they're going to leave. Collection pages should load fast and display products cleanly. Avoid clutter and unnecessary filters unless they're truly helpful. Step number 6 is to clean up checkout for mobile. So checkouts is where all of your mobile optimization pays off. You'll go ahead and go to checkout settings in Shopify and turn on express checkout options like Shop Pay, Apple Pay, and Google Pay. Is going to reduce friction and speed up purchases. Okay, so you'll want to, again, with the checkout, come in here and make sure they can show a link. You don't really want to require customers to sign in before, because again, that just puts another thing in between them actually purchasing something. Then for customer accounts, I would recommend doing the customer sign in with a one-time code so they don't have passwords. That just, again, reduces friction and will allow them to quickly sign in. And then even for checkout, again, so to make it as simple as possible, you probably don't want to include company because that's just another thing that they have to add in unless it's really important to what you're selling. Address line 2 would probably make that optional. Again, we want to reduce friction as much as possible. And the last step is to test everything on your phone. After making changes, test your store on an actual phone. Don't only rely on the desktop previews. Go through the entire experience. Scroll your homepage, open menus, visit product pages, and add items to the cart. Go through a checkout. If anything feels annoying, confusing, or slow, fix it. Your customer's probably going to feel the same way. Okay, now let's go through Shopify's different plans and pricing options. Okay, so they've got a couple different options here. I'm going to go ahead and go over the yearly prices because that's how you can save 25%. So they've got the basic, the grow, and the advanced, and you can get started with a 3-day free trial, and then after that, it's just $1 for the first 3 months, and then it will go to the normal price. So we've got the basic plan, which is $29 per month, billed annually. This is the highest card rates, and then you get 10 inventory locations, a shipping discount, and then 24/7 chat support. Then we've got the grow plan, which is $79 per month, billed annually. Again, the card rates do decrease a bit. Then you get everything in the basic plan, but you get 5 staff accounts and a higher shipping discount and insurance. Then we've got the advanced plan, which is $299 per month, billed annually. The card rates, again, are a bit more competitive, so they're a bit lower. Then with this plan, you get 15 staff accounts and you get in-person selling by phone or POS. And then you also get enhanced 24/7 chat support and 10 inventory locations. Lastly is the plus plan, and this is, you can try this out for $399 for your first month. Then it goes to $2,300 per month, billed yearly. With this, you get the most competitive card card rates, and then you get other things like 200 inventory locations and sell wholesale B2B. So depending on where you're at in business depends on the kind of plan that you'll need. If traffic is high but conversions are low, mobile experience is often the issue. People expect fast, clean, and easy to use sites on their phones. You don't need a full redesign or a developer, just focus on layout, speed, clarity, and the user journey. Small improvements can make a massive difference. If your store feels easy to scroll, easy to tap, and easy to buy from on a phone, you're already ahead of most stores. I know mobile design can feel overwhelming, especially if you've been building everything on desktop. The good news is that you don't need fancy design skills or custom code to fix this. You just need to focus on how your customer actually experiences your store on their phone. If you want to start building or optimizing your Shopify store, don't forget to use our exclusive link down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content tutorials just like this. And if you want more Shopify tutorials like this, make sure you're following Shopify Mastery for clear, practical guidance. This channel is dedicated to helping e-commerce founders simplify tech and grow smarter with Shopify. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any questions or comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.